Czy masz odwagę powiedzieć żono i stałem tam, gdzie stało ZOMO?
Hi guys and welcome, and today we'll talk about the major difference between types of camera, because many people ask me what type of camera will be the best for me, what I can choose. Of course, I think that all of us started with a camera built-in in our smartphone, and in some places when we don't have a time to take out, turn on, adjust, start shooting using our video camera, sometimes the camera built-in in a phone will be enough. Just that's fast. You have that in your phone in your pocket. You just take your phone, turn camera, start, and the show goes on. But mostly when we have a time, we use some other type of camera. I know that quality of that video is not really good because I use a webcam built in my laptop. In case that I'm in a really small room and there's no place to put DSLR lights, there's no place. So sorry, but sometimes especially during pandemic, we have no place, and we need to use that place what we have and do the best possible. So when we have a time and a place to use a big camera, we can choose between three types of cameras: between a compact camera, between a DSLR, usually that will be SLT, and mirrorless camera. And first of all, the compact camera will be the cheapest version, but not the best one. DSLR will be the most expensive, but I think not the best for a video. It will be the best for a photo, but not the best for a video. The best for a video will be mirrorless camera. But we need to think what's the most important when we shoot a video. Because in our camera there are two parts which takes the main role, are in the main position of that. The first is sensor, and there's a quality of sensor, size of sensor, and resolution of sensor. The second, there's a lens, the focal length, and the light of the lens, the f parameter. So when we use a compact camera, we can't usually change a lens. Of course, the compact cameras with interchangeable lens, when you can change a lens, but it's not such popular. So from that type of cameras, there are many Panasonic camera, really nice, Fuji, even some Olympus. In Olympus E-Pen you can change a lens, because they have a little bigger sensor. There's a micro four third, and they have the special Olympus OPM lens which you can change. These are very small cameras, and it's really good for a start when you start your adventure with YouTube. So you start with usually with a phone, and then you go to a compact camera or something bigger. In my history it was a little different, because I started with a phone. This time I changed to a handy cam, when you can use small and light tourist version. That's a handy cam. Not the best idea, but at that time when I started 6 years ago, it was the best option at that time. Now not so much, but then a really good option in that time. And then what if you want to have a better quality of video? If we choose DSLR, we have to choose between an APS-C with a smaller sensor, and also full frame. And what's the problem? Of course, the lens for a APS-C will not work with a full frame camera. Then we need to look that a lens with for a full frame will work with full frame and APS-C, but with a crop 1.6 or 1.7. That's different. The other thing is that a lens made only for APS-C camera will be much cheaper than full frame lens. And the next thing in that, the size of sensor. Full frame is much bigger because full frame is 36mm by 24mm, and the quality will be really great. But DSLR, especially SLT, because DSLR means this digital single lens reflective camera. In German that's a Spiegelreflexkamera. And in that type of camera we have a mirror, and that mirror between a lens and a sensor is a mirror can be permanent in standard DSLR, or can be which are moving that way, so it's crossed. When you don't shoot a video, when you start shooting a video it goes up, so this is the sound of moving sensor inside. With Sony SLT you have a semi-transparent mirror, so the mirror is permanently in that position. Part of the light will go high here to a place when you look, and the part will go straight through a mirror just here to a sensor. Is it a good idea? It makes a really good quality video, but you lose some part of light because of that permanent semi-transparent mirror. So even if you have a very good lens, you will lose some part of quality because you lose some part of light. I know, Napa, this overlight here. I know that. And after many years, Canon, Nikon, Sony made a mirrorless camera, so that you have a lens, you have a sensor, but there's no mirror between. What that means? Of course, you have with APS-C mirrorless camera and a full frame mirrorless camera, there are different lenses than that from a DSLR, but you can use a lens from DSLR to a mirrorless camera with a special adapter. For example, if you have a mirrorless Sony camera with E mode, and with DSLR we have A mode, you can put A mode DSLR style lens on mirrorless camera with adapter, but it's not possible anyway to do the opposite side. So if you have DSLR with SLT or not, you cannot put with A mode, you cannot put mirrorless style lens with E mode on that, because it's technically not possible. Even if you will put it, it will not work. It doesn't work at all. And then we need to look about the quality. So if we have no mirror and the whole light goes straight on the sensor, if we have a big sensor like full frame or breeder, then we'll have a really great quality of that video. And now I want to show you first a short footage, few seconds, from my S6200 compact camera. Small footage. You will see that on the footage that the sharpness and the autofocus, how it works. Then you will see a short footage on from a different camera. So first, short footage from a compact camera. Now I want to show you a short footage from DSLR. It will be from Sony A99. That's a full frame SLT DSLR. You will see a different quality of video. I used a Minolta lens with 28mm with light f2.8.
Aber ey, das Wasser sieht so krass schmutzig aus, Leute. Das ist mega hart.
And at the end, I want to show you a footage made, a short video made by mirrorless camera. This is a Sony A7. This is a full frame mirrorless camera, and I used a lens made by Sony with official emote, 28mm with a light 2.0, and you will see the best quality here.
Ty co kobiety chciałbyś zniewolić, pozbawić chciałbyś niewolnej woli.